The latest legal headlines surrounding Erika Jayne have once again placed the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star at the center of controversy. This time, the attention comes from a massive $18 million lawsuit connected to fashion designer Christopher Sila, the co-founder of Marco. The case has sparked a wave of speculation online, with many fans wondering whether this latest legal battle could threaten Erika's future on RHOBH. According to newly filed court documents, Erika is asking the judge to dismiss the lawsuit entirely. She strongly denies every allegation that she knowingly worked with federal investigators or the Secret Service to target the designer. Her legal team argues that the accusations are completely unfounded and that she never participated in any conspiracy against Sila. The lawsuit traces back to events from nearly a decade ago. Christopher Sila alleges that Erika falsely accused him of making unauthorized charges on her American Express card between 2015 and 2016. Those accusations eventually led to a federal investigation that dramatically changed the designer's life and business. Sila now claims the investigation caused enormous financial damage and emotional distress, leading him to seek approximately $18 million in damages. Erika's response tells a very different story. She says she simply reported concerns after noticing questionable credit card charges and struggling to obtain receipts for purchases. According to her filing, she never knowingly provided false information to investigators and never intended to damage anyone's reputation. Her attorneys insist that federal authorities made their own independent decisions and that Erika had no control over how the investigation unfolded. As soon as news of the latest filing became public, social media exploded with rumors suggesting Bravo might finally remove Erika from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Headlines claiming she had already been fired quickly spread across YouTube and fan pages, generating millions of views. However, despite the speculation, there has been no official confirmation from Bravo that Erika has been dismissed from the series. That hasn't stopped fans from debating her future. Some viewers believe Bravo has stood by Erika through years of legal controversy and will continue doing so until a court reaches a final decision. Others argue that another high-profile lawsuit could become too much for the network to ignore, especially as public scrutiny continues to grow. Erika is certainly no stranger to legal headlines. Since separating from attorney Tom Girardi in 2020, she has spent years defending herself against numerous lawsuits connected to his financial scandals. Although Tom Girardi was convicted of wire fraud in a separate criminal case, Erika has repeatedly maintained that she had no knowledge of his alleged misconduct. Several previous civil claims against her have either been dismissed or failed to prove that she knowingly participated in fraud. Because of that history, many legal experts believe the new lawsuit will likely become another lengthy courtroom battle rather than an immediate threat to her television career. Filing a lawsuit does not mean the allegations have been proven. Likewise, Erika's motion to dismiss represents only one step in what could become a long legal process. Still, perception often matters just as much as legal outcomes in reality television. RHOBH has built its reputation on showcasing glamorous lifestyles mixed with explosive personal drama. Erika's legal battles have become one of the show's biggest storylines over the past several seasons. Whether viewers sympathize with her or criticize her, there is no denying that her courtroom struggles continue generating enormous public interest. Some fans believe Bravo benefits from keeping Erika on the cast because her story drives ratings and social media engagement. Every new legal update immediately becomes headline news across entertainment websites, podcasts, and YouTube channels. From a television standpoint, that level of attention is difficult to ignore. Others believe the situation has become exhausting. Critics argue that the franchise should move forward with fresh faces instead of repeatedly revisiting legal disputes. If the controversy begins overshadowing every other storyline, producers may eventually decide that a cast shakeup is necessary. For now, however, there is no verified evidence that Bravo has made any final decision regarding Erika's status. Reports claiming she has already been fired remain speculation unless confirmed by the network itself. What is confirmed is that Erika is actively fighting the lawsuit and asking the court to dismiss it before it proceeds further. The coming months could prove crucial. If the judge allows the lawsuit to continue, both sides may enter discovery, where additional documents, testimony, and evidence could become public. That process often reveals new information capable of changing public opinion overnight. On the other hand, if Erika succeeds in having the lawsuit dismissed, many of the recent rumors surrounding her future could quickly lose momentum. Either way, the legal battle appears far from over. As RHOBH prepares for another season, fans will be watching closely to see whether Bravo addresses the controversy on camera or keeps the ongoing lawsuit separate from the show. Reality television has always blurred the line between personal lives and public entertainment, and Erika Jayne once again finds herself standing directly at that intersection. Until official announcements are made, viewers should separate confirmed legal filings from online speculation. The lawsuit is real. Erika's request to dismiss it is real. But claims that she has already been removed from RHOBH have not been officially confirmed. One thing is certain: Erika Jayne remains one of the most talked about figures in the Bravo universe. Whether this latest courtroom fight strengthens her position as one of reality TV's most controversial stars or eventually changes her future with RHOBH will depend on both the legal process and the decisions made behind the scenes at Bravo. For now, the story is still unfolding, and fans will be watching every new development as it happens. Even beyond the courtroom, the latest lawsuit has reignited a broader conversation about Erika Jayne's public image and whether years of legal controversy have permanently changed how audiences view her. While some fans continue to defend her, saying she deserves the chance to clear her name in court, others believe the constant legal headlines have become impossible to separate from her reality television career. Entertainment commentators have pointed out that RHOBH has experienced major cast changes over the years, with several housewives leaving after public controversies or declining fan support. That has fueled speculation that producers may eventually face a difficult decision if Erika's legal situation continues, making national headlines. However, insiders have not confirmed any plans regarding her future, leaving much of the discussion based on fan theories rather than verified information. Meanwhile, Erika's attorneys continue pushing back against the allegations in the strongest possible terms. Their filings argue that the lawsuit attempts to hold Erika responsible for actions taken by federal investigators, something they insist was entirely outside of her control. According to her legal team, simply reporting suspicious financial activity should not expose someone to liability if law enforcement later decides to investigate. The plaintiffs, however, present a very different version of events. They claim the investigation damaged both personal and professional reputations, affecting business relationships that had taken years to build. They argue those alleged losses justify the millions of dollars now being sought through the civil lawsuit. Legal observers say cases like this often depend on evidence showing intent, communication, and whether any false information was knowingly provided. Those issues typically require extensive document reviews, witness testimony, and detailed legal arguments before a judge or jury can reach conclusions. As a result, the case is unlikely to be resolved quickly. While lawyers prepare for the next phase, the court of public opinion continues, moving much faster. Every filing immediately becomes headline news across entertainment websites, social media platforms, podcasts, and YouTube channels. Within hours of the latest legal developments, hashtags connected to Erika Jayne and RHOBH began trending among Bravo fans eager to debate what might happen next. Some longtime viewers argue that Erika has become one of the franchise's most polarizing personalities. Her supporters admire the confidence she has shown while facing years of lawsuits and public criticism. They believe she has continued working despite enormous pressure and deserves credit for refusing to disappear from the spotlight. Critics see things differently. They argue that every new legal dispute raises additional questions, regardless of whether wrongdoing is ultimately proven. For those viewers, the repeated headlines create fatigue and make it difficult to focus on the entertainment side of the show. Interestingly, Bravo has often avoided making immediate casting decisions based solely on ongoing litigation. Networks generally wait for more concrete developments before announcing major changes. That approach helps avoid reacting to allegations that have not yet been tested in court. Industry analysts also note that controversy can sometimes increase interest in reality television rather than decrease it. Episodes featuring major legal or personal developments frequently attract higher ratings because viewers want to see cast members address difficult situations directly. If Erika returns for another season, audiences will almost certainly expect questions about the lawsuit to become part of the conversation. Whether those discussions actually appear on camera remains uncertain. Reality shows often film months before episodes air, and legal concerns can influence what is discussed publicly. Attorneys sometimes advise clients to avoid commenting on active litigation, making it difficult for producers to include every detail. Behind the scenes, Erika has continued focusing on her professional career. She has remained active with live performances, public appearances, and entertainment projects despite years of legal scrutiny. That determination has impressed some fans, while others believe her career will always be overshadowed by ongoing court battles. The next major milestone will likely come when the judge rules on Erika's motion to dismiss. If the court agrees with her legal arguments, the lawsuit could end much sooner than expected. If not, the case would continue into additional legal proceedings where both sides would have opportunities to present evidence supporting their claims. Until then, the biggest rumors surrounding an RHOBH exit remain exactly that, rumors. No verified announcement has confirmed Erika's departure from the series, despite countless online posts suggesting otherwise. Distinguishing between official legal filings and internet speculation remains essential as the story develops. For Bravo fans, the uncertainty only adds another layer of suspense. Will Erika successfully defend herself once again? Could this lawsuit become one of the defining storylines of the next RHOBH season? Or will the legal battle stay largely inside the courtroom while producers focus on entirely different drama? Those questions remain unanswered for now. What is clear is that the latest lawsuit has once again placed Erika Jayne at the center of one of reality television's biggest ongoing controversies. As new court filings emerge and more details become public, every development will likely be closely followed by fans, critics, and entertainment media alike. As the legal battle moves forward, one issue continues to dominate conversations among Bravo fans. Could this controversy affect the direction of the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? While no official production decisions have been announced, the uncertainty has created endless debate across fan communities. Reality television has always relied on authentic personal stories, and Erika Jayne's life has become closely connected to ongoing legal developments over the past several years. Each new court filing generates fresh headlines, leading many viewers to wonder whether producers will once again incorporate those events into the show's storyline or choose to shift the focus elsewhere. Television insiders often point out that cast members don't control what becomes a headline. Once legal documents enter the public record, entertainment media quickly analyzes every detail. In Erika's case, that has meant facing constant questions not only from reporters, but also from viewers who closely follow every update. Despite the attention surrounding the lawsuit, legal experts remind the public that civil litigation can take a considerable amount of time. Motions, hearings, document exchanges, and witness interviews may continue for months before any final outcome is reached. Because of that, it would be premature to assume how the case will ultimately end. Another factor attracting attention is the size of the damages being requested. An $18 million claim naturally creates dramatic headlines, but legal analysts emphasize that the amount sought in a lawsuit does not guarantee that the plaintiff will receive that figure, or any amount at all. Courts evaluate evidence before determining whether damages are appropriate. Erika's legal team appears determined to challenge the lawsuit at every stage. By requesting an early dismissal, her attorneys are signaling their belief that the claims lack sufficient legal grounds to proceed. If the judge agrees, the plaintiffs could face significant obstacles. If the motion is denied, the dispute would continue into a more detailed phase where additional facts may emerge. Meanwhile, fans continue examining every public appearance Erika makes. Whether she's attending an event, performing on stage, or posting on social media, supporters and critics alike search for clues about her state of mind. Some interpret her confidence as proof that she believes the allegations will not succeed. Others argue that public appearances reveal very little about what is happening behind closed courtroom doors. The conversation has also expanded beyond Erika herself. Many viewers are questioning how Bravo balances entertainment with real-life legal issues involving cast members. Over the years, Several housewives across different franchises have dealt with investigations, lawsuits, divorces, and financial disputes while cameras continued rolling. That history suggests the network often allows real-world events to unfold naturally rather than making immediate casting decisions based solely on controversy. At the same time, producers must consider audience expectations. Some viewers enjoy seeing difficult personal situations explored honestly on screen, while others tune in primarily for lifestyle, friendships, and lighthearted drama. Finding the right balance is never easy, especially when legal proceedings remain active. Another important point often overlooked is that lawsuits involve allegations, not established facts. Courts exist to evaluate evidence and determine whether claims are supported. Until that process is complete, neither side has officially prevailed. That distinction is essential as speculation continues spreading online. Social media, however, rarely waits for final rulings. Rumors frequently travel faster than verified information, and dramatic headlines often receive the most attention. As a result, fans should approach sensational claims carefully, particularly those suggesting major career changes that have not been confirmed by Bravo or Erika herself. Looking ahead, the next few court decisions could shape public discussion significantly. Even procedural rulings may influence how both supporters and critics interpret the strength of each side's arguments. Every new filing is likely to spark another wave of analysis across entertainment news outlets and fan channels. For Erika, maintaining focus while facing another high-profile lawsuit will likely remain a challenge. Public figures often experience intense scrutiny during legal disputes, especially when their careers depend on public perception. Every interview, public statement, or social media post can quickly become part of the broader conversation. Whether this case ultimately changes Erika Jayne's future on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills remains unknown. What is known is that the lawsuit has already become one of the biggest entertainment stories surrounding the franchise this year. Until the courts reach meaningful decisions, or Bravo makes an official announcement, much of what circulates online should be viewed as speculation rather than confirmed fact. For now, Erika continues defending herself in court while fans continue debating what comes next. As both the legal process and RHOBH move forward, one thing seems certain. The spotlight on Erika Jayne is unlikely to fade anytime soon, and every new development will be watched closely by audiences around the world. Even as the headlines continue to grow louder, one reality remains unchanged. The courtroom, not social media, will ultimately determine the outcome of this dispute. Until then, every new filing, legal response, or public statement is likely to fuel another round of speculation about Erika Jayne's future both on and off television. One reason this story has attracted so much attention is because it combines celebrity, reality TV, and a high-profile civil lawsuit. Those three elements almost always generate intense public interest. Fans aren't just following the legal arguments. They're also watching to see how the controversy affects Erika's career, business opportunities, and relationships within the Bravo universe. Public relations experts often say that celebrities face two battles during major lawsuits. The first takes place inside the courtroom, where attorneys argue the facts before a judge. The second unfolds in the public eye, where opinions can shift rapidly based on headlines, interviews, or even viral social media posts. Winning one battle doesn't always guarantee success in the other. For Erika, maintaining her public image has become increasingly important. Over the past several years, she has repeatedly insisted that she intends to keep working regardless of the legal challenges surrounding her. From live performances to television appearances, she has continued pursuing her career while defending herself against multiple legal claims. That determination has earned mixed reactions from fans. Some admire her refusal to step away from the spotlight, believing she has the right to continue her career while legal matters remain unresolved. Others argue that every new lawsuit raises additional concerns, making it harder for viewers to separate the performer from the controversy. Meanwhile, entertainment insiders believe Bravo executives are likely monitoring public reaction carefully. Television networks routinely evaluate audience engagement, ratings, and viewer sentiment when making casting decisions. While controversy can sometimes attract viewers, it can also create challenges if it begins to dominate conversations about a show's future. Another interesting aspect of this case is the amount of misinformation circulating online. Within hours of the lawsuit making headlines, countless posts claimed Erika had already been fired or permanently removed from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, none of those reports have been backed by an official statement from Bravo or Erika's representatives. This highlights an important lesson for fans following celebrity news. Not every viral headline is based on verified information. Many online rumors spread long before reliable sources confirm the facts. Waiting for official announcements often provides a much clearer picture than relying on speculation alone. As legal proceedings continue, both sides will likely remain focused on building their cases rather than responding to every rumor. Court filings, witness testimony, and judicial rulings carry far more weight than social media discussions, regardless of how popular those conversations become online. Industry observers also note that major civil cases often evolve in unexpected ways. New evidence can emerge, legal strategies can change, and settlement discussions sometimes occur behind the scenes without public knowledge. Because of that, predicting the final outcome at this stage would be impossible. For RHOBH viewers, the biggest question may not simply be whether Erika remains on the cast, but how much of this legal drama eventually appears on television. If cameras capture discussions surrounding the lawsuit, it could become one of the season's most talked about storylines. If producers choose to avoid the topic, viewers may instead follow the developments through news reports rather than the show itself. Whatever direction the series takes, Erika's situation demonstrates how quickly reality television and real-life legal issues can intersect. Cast members live much of their lives in the public eye, meaning personal challenges often become subjects of national conversation almost overnight. The coming months are expected to bring additional court activity, and each development could influence both legal strategy and public opinion. Until then, viewers should distinguish between confirmed legal documents and dramatic internet rumors designed to attract clicks. At this stage, several facts remain clear. The lawsuit has been filed. ErikaJayne has denied the allegations. Her attorneys are asking the court to dismiss the claims. Beyond those confirmed developments, many of the stories circulating online remain speculative and should be treated with caution. As fans continue waiting for the next legal update, one thing is certain: ErikaJayne remains one of the most closely watched personalities in reality television. Whether the lawsuit ultimately ends in dismissal, proceeds to trial, or reaches another resolution, the case is likely to remain a major topic of discussion for months to come. Until official decisions are made by the court and Bravo, the future of this headline-making story is still being written.